Okay, we have made it together through 1 week of this new learning environment, and I want to talk about a few things just to make you feel at ease about how things went, hopefully. I have on my screen here how it would look for a student. I've got a student account set up so that you can see how it should be looking on your screen. Now, when I go to classwork, I can view my work up here at the top of my screen by clicking on the link, View Your Work. Now, this looks very overwhelming, right? It's got all of the assignments listed in here. And when I say all, it has my warm-ups. It has every assignment that may have been assigned, and it has the days from the daily agenda. Notice out to the side, some of them just say assigned, some of them have a grade, some of them say missing. The ones that are assigned, these are the daily agenda days. Now, I have to put them in as an assignment so that I can share the work with you and make copies of the documents, and that's why we had so much trouble on day 1 and 2, because I did not make it an assignment and you couldn't get copies of things and you kept having to request access. So once I figured out that problem, it helped. However, it may have confused some people because you think, well, it's showing up as an assignment. Am I supposed to put my work there? What am I supposed to do? So what I think would help, if you look at the 4 options you have over here to the left of the screen, 2 are very important: returned and missing. If I go to missing, notice that all of those daily agenda days that show you what you're going to be doing for the day, they're gone right here. These are the true actual assignments that this CHS student is missing from my class. So they know these are the ones they have to complete to be caught up. If you want to see when something is returned, often I will put comments. So, for example, this grade where the student made a 100, if I click on it, I text back, awesome answer. Okay. For this particular warm up here, the student actually answered the question IDK. Well, I hate that answer. And I put, this is not how technology in this article affects careers. And the student got a 0 because they didn't do the assignment. Under missing, if I know that I have 3 warm-ups I've not done and 3 assignments I've not done, if I click on an assignment and view the details, you're thinking, well, there's nothing attached. But what should be attached is the section 122 adaptations challenges sheet. And you're thinking, well, where is that? What you are supposed to do every single day. Here's what I would do as a student at home being hybrid. I would come to classwork, I would view my work. Then I would go down to the warm-up section. You do the top warm-up that's at the top. What you're going to work on today is careers and computers, okay? And it says create a list of at least 3 traditional careers and how computers are used within these professions. Turn in this assignment. I click on it. It comes up. I type in the boxes. When I get finished, up here at the top right, it's very simple. I click Turn In. And then it's going to say that one attachment is going to be submitted. I click Turn In. And then I have now submitted that assignment and I know it's done. Then step 2, after I've done my warm-up, the next thing I do is go to the daily agenda. The daily agenda is where it shows days 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to use Friday as an example since Monday has not posted yet, but by the time you watch this video, Monday will have posted. So on Friday, I see over here, here's some work that I have assigned to the class, but don't just jump on that right there. You're not going to know what to do. What you need to do is read the instructions step by step in the daily agenda so that you know what we're doing in class. This is the exact same thing we're doing in class together. So first, students complete the warm-up. That's what you just did. Number 2, because the class didn't get finished Friday on the research that they were completing, you'll have about 20 minutes to finish that up from Friday if you didn't finish it. And that is your section 121 web search sheet. So you would get that from the day before because that's when it was assigned. So you actually have to come into the daily agenda to get these documents that it's talking about that you have to submit. And when you finish this document, then you have to go to the assignment section in Classroom and submit that document. Don't submit it in here because this is not where all of the assignments go. This is just an agenda or an outline showing you what we're doing for class that day. Then on Friday, I showed the class this sample sheet, okay? And basically the things that I talked about with them are here in this bulleted list. When you're trying to find a solution to a problem, you have to also think about the challenges that it may then cause other people to have. Not everything has a perfect answer to it. And so I also talked with them that you're now going to think of a solution to your problem. So the problems that you have been thinking about, getting into groups and narrowing it down to 2 that affect the world, then doing your research on those 2 topics to get 2 research examples for each topic. Now thinking of what are some solutions of how I could solve this problem. So that's what you needed to do for number 3. Number 4, it says that you will think, pair, and share by getting into your virtual groups using your adaptation challenge sheet, which is what I just talked about in step 3. And each member of the group has to submit the assignment themselves. Even though when you're done, the 2 of you are working as a group, even though it's the exact same document and says the exact same thing, I want each member of the group to submit the assignment. And then I have a bullet note here because we found this was a problem. If you are not the leader, okay, the one who had to open it and share it, if you're not that person, you have to go to File, Make a Copy. So in Google Docs, click File, Make a Copy. That will actually let you upload that copy to turn in the assignment. Then I spoke with the class Friday saying, remember, ultimately, what we're trying to do for Unit 1 is to end up creating a PowerPoint that introduces to our audience what problem we want to discuss and give ways of how we can solve it. Now, this week, we're going to continue with the research and we're going to start preparing the PowerPoint. And at the end of Unit 1, after everyone sees everyone's PowerPoints, the class is going to actually vote on the top choices that they feel are, most relevant or interesting. And those are going to be choices for us in Unit 2 to create a website on. So Unit 2 is going to be about making websites. And so we're going to take this problem and we're going to continue it on in Unit 2 and let that grow. And then lastly, you were to look at the prediction slide down here at the bottom and think about, what do I think that person is going to talk about with their audience? And everybody's answer is going to be different. But then you're supposed to document your thoughts on this prediction Google form below. Okay? So, step 1, go to your warm up, complete the warm up for the day. Step 2, go to the daily agenda, read it step by step by step until you get everything done for that day. Number 3, I would go back to the classwork section and I would double click view your work. I would look under missing. Anything in here that says missing, you need to turn it in because it is showing as a 0 in PowerSchool. Okay? And if you're still wondering, where do I submit that work? Here is the assignment section in Google Classroom. Every assignment that we've done, except for the warm-ups, will be submitted here under assignments. Okay? So hopefully this little review over that helps now, especially since we've got a week behind us that we've been through this. We've been struggling with it, trying to figure it out. And, I've had quite a few questions, which I do not mind, but I just want to make sure that you're reading instructions because that tells you a lot of what you need to know. If you just look at something and assume you know what to do, then you're probably going to get something wrong. So please read the instructions carefully. And I look forward to this week and the rest of the semester. And hopefully it's going to be a lot easier for you at home now that you are getting used to the way that the classroom is set up.